As Governor Walz campaigns across the country, how much time is he spending governing Minnesota? Once Governor Tim Walz was added to the presidential ticket, he began campaigning around the country. Our office is still running as it always has. Core functions haven't changed, a spokesman for the governor said. Since Democratic presidential contender Kamala Harris chose Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as her running mate, Walz has been touring practically continuously, leaving him with little time to rule at home. Since Walz was added to the presidential ticket on August 6, the governor's office has released a daily calendar that is monotonous. Governor Tim Walz has no public events scheduled, it says, on all but 2 days. Walz conducted interviews with potential judge nominees on August 12 and August 26. On Sunday, Walz returned to Minnesota and spent a short time at the state fair. He said to reporters that in order to balance his campaign trail responsibilities and manage his schedule, he has relied on his staff. The fair, Walz said, "We appointed 3 great judges last week in Ramsey County." He continued by saying that he receives briefings from his staff all day long, reviews memoranda, and talks with commissioners every evening. Teddy Chan, the head of communications, and Chris Schmitter, the chief of staff for the governor, have both joined the Harris-Walz team. According to the governor's spokesperson, Claire Lancaster, Schmitter is still employed by the state for a limited amount of time, ensuring the governor always has the latest information from our office and cabinet. Our office is still running as it always has. Core functions haven't changed, Lancaster said in a statement. Lancaster said, the governor is still holding staff meetings, speaking with judges, and making decisions. Our Deputy Chief of Staff, Richard Carlbaum, is now in charge of running the office on a daily basis, while Ann O'Connor is still in charge of the cabinet. If Walz is elected to the White House in November, his second-in-command, Lieutenant Gov. Peggy Flanagan, would take over as governor. In an interview last week, she said she keeps in regular touch with Walz during his campaign tour. Flanagan said that Walz is leading the state and making important choices, even when he is not in Minnesota. Flanagan has assumed increasingly prominent duties in Walz's absence, including welcoming kids on the opening day of classes this week and cutting ribbons. The State Board of Investment, which Walz typically leads, convenes monthly. In August, he was absent. Anti-war demonstrators attended the conference, insisting that the state remove its investments in Israeli bonds and defense companies. The governor was being heckled by several demonstrators who screamed, "Tim Walz, you can't hide, we charge you with genocide." There are several unresolved matters for the cannabis management, which would regulate the legal marijuana market, still lacks a permanent director, according to his nominations. In Minnesota, dispensaries are anticipated to operate in 2025. Nearly a year has passed since cannabis entrepreneur Erin Dupree, Walz's original choice for the director position, abruptly quit the day after her appointment due to rumors that she was selling illicit goods at her hemp business. For almost a year now, the agency has been led by veteran of the state administration Charlene Briner on an interim basis. Briner is doing an incredible job, Flanagan told the Star-Tribune last week at the state fair. We want to make sure that we pick the right person. I think the team over there is doing a fantastic job. Just keep tuned, as we have pushed out a number of initiatives while she has been in leadership, Flanagan added. In a recent interview, Minnesota House Minority Leader Lisa DeMuth, a Republican from Cold Spring, said that she and her fellow Republicans will absolutely be watching how much Walz has been in the state and is doing his duties as governor. According to DeMuth, Governor Walz, one of the caucus leaders, has not indicated any differences in how he is managing our state. Thus, I anticipate that he will continue to completely govern this state. This report was written in part by staff writers Brianna Bierschbach and Josie Albertson Grove.